Me ain't gonna shout at you in traffic. Go, hey, guys, me ain't gonna do that. Me ain't gonna do that at all. Hey, people, don't touch that down.
Christmas and birthday.
Christmas. Oh, what you saying?
Juve morning.
Juve morning.
Juve morning,
I'm
baby.
telling you, boy. You'll land on the parade. Hey, people, don't touch that down, man. It's the morning show. We'll be back.
Painting a new room or project can transform your whole mood. So reset, renew, and refresh with Harris Paint. Shop.
All right, welcome back. As indicated before, we have Donnelly in the studio with us this morning. It's going to be our last program for the year as it relates to traffic, and then we'll resume in the new year. And boy, anyways, let's take it one day at a time. One day at a time. Good morning, Donnelly. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Mr. Jiku. I am fine, thank you. Thanks for asking. And you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm
Very
doing
good.
okay. Good.
We just want to thank God for another day.
Mm-hmm.
Heavenly Father, hear our prayer this morning. We want to thank you, dear God, for spared lives. You know, dear God, it's nothing that we have done while we are here, but because of your mercies and your goodness towards us. And for that, dear God, we are eternally and ever grateful. We want to thank you, dear God, for the love and friends and families. We want to thank you, dear God, for new beginnings. And we want to take this time this morning to just look to you, dear God, for more strength, more energies. And as we go to today, dear God, we ask you to just guide and guide our footsteps. These mercies we ask in your name and no other name. Amen.
Amen. All right, so let's get our conversation moving. We're going to open the
Yes.
lines in just a bit, but first let's hear from Donnelly.
Yes, good morning to those persons out there in Radio Land. We want to always thank you for tuning in on our program because, as I would always say, our program would not be the same without you being a part of it. Mm-hmm. And we want to thank you so much. This morning, we're going to touch briefly on the VAT days. We know that the government would have given two VAT days back to back this year, Friday the 18th of December and Saturday the 19th of December. And so, persons are excited and want to get all the shopping and so on going. But in light of all of that, we have to realize that there would be some changes when it comes to the trafficking, because that is always a major part of the shopping and so on that persons are going to do. Because persons want to park, pedestrians want to walk, and so we would always, traffic would always be a part of. Now this morning, Mr. GQ, we don't have any, from where I'm sitting now, traffic does not have a plan on paper. When I say that, I mean we would be dealing on the ground. We would be dealing at the moment, meaning we are not going to just shut off streets, like just block off streets for now. We are saying that on the day when we see it necessary, when we recognize that the traffic is not flowing the way it should, we would put a cone here, put a no entry here, and so we're asking persons to, whenever you see the signage, whenever you see the cones, the no entry signs, the restricted areas.
Don't think somebody's being malicious.
Yes.
Adhere to it.
Right, adhere. And just let us all work together to make this an easy flow for everybody. Carpooling is one of the things that we would want to encourage persons to do. Some person might have a family of 5 with 5 cars, and everybody want to jump in and go. We can use 2 cars that morning or 1 car that morning. Or persons who live in the Greenland areas, persons who live in Lime Key, they can take a nice walk into town, drive with a friend. Persons who would and definitely have to use their vehicles, come to work a little earlier so you can get your parking over on Port Zante, Rams parking lot. There are areas where you can park. Right. And there are even areas on the street where you can park that doesn't have any yellow line. Okay. But for this period, we're asking persons to just adhere and make sure, save yourself $150 by not parking on a yellow line or parking in somebody's area. You see a restricted area, say doctor, do not park in it. Whether or not you feel the doctor is not going to come in today, it says doctor. Restricted area, reserved spaces. Please be mindful that all these areas, the persons, traffic wardens, island constables, police officers, step workers, we would be in town. We would be an army. And so save yourself some monies to buy something extra this Christmas. So by not getting yourself a ticket. Alternate routes. The area in Bastia is going to be overcrowded. And so we're asking the general public for this period to use alternate routes. If you want to get to Taylor's Range and you're on the Bay Road, do not go up 4th Street. The route you take might be a longer route. You can take the Bay Road and go all the way up to Ramsburg by Cash and Carry and take the highway.
Right.
It might seem longer, but you get there quicker. And so we're seeking the assistance of the general public. We are looking for your support. The area in Bastia, it's going to be congested. I'm telling you, Liverpool Row, Church Street, 4th Street, Bank Street. These are areas, Keon Street. These are areas. Market Street is an area where you can drive if you're coming on Keon Street and you want to get to Monkey Hill. You can take the route up to Market Street and get to Monkey Hill. So these are the areas that we are asking persons to just work along with the police officers, the step workers, and island constables and the traffic wardens alike. And we're asking you to just be mindful of the area that would be affected. Now, pedestrians, we are seeking your assistance as well. Some persons feel that this is the time for them to just step out in the street and just walk as they wish, because the place is crowded and the vehicles have to wait on me, and because I have the right of way. We're seeking you, we are asking you to just be mindful. You're walking by the circus, stay on the left, stay on the right. Do not walk in the center of the street. Some drivers are not as particular as some. Some drivers are not as careful as some. You might just thinking that it's okay for you to walk, and someone would just ease upon you and hit you, whether accidentally or otherwise.
Right,
so we're asking persons to just be mindful of all these little things that would be in place for that day, Friday and Saturday. Mr. DQ, we can open the lines if you have any callers for the time being.
Well, we don't have any calls at the moment, but now that you've indicated so, the number to call is 465-2555. That's 2555 if you have a concern, a question, or even a suggestion or recommendation you would like to put on the table for discussion this morning. You're live, and good morning to you.
GQ, good morning.
Yes, Jamdo.
Good morning to Donnelly.
Good
Donnelly,
morning. Yes, good morning.
Where you sound to me like you're putting the traffic to come up Market Street and kill these people up Market Street, you know, if out there they're driving, you know. Don't talk it so, you know. Do not talk it so.
No. I don't want anybody to kill anybody.
People driving up Market Street like up here is a highway. You understand? And I don't know why you're talking to these chauffeurs, you know. Yesterday walking in the circus, you know. You understand? And a man in a red car come up telling us, go to road, he'll knock us down, you know. People could cross the circus, but you must cross it with respect and respect the traffic. Donnelly, know what you're saying? Know what you're saying? You see Cairns missing out the traffic, you know. Have a good day.
All right, thanks for your call, Jam Dog.
Good morning, caller. If I can make a response to you, I would never ever encourage anyone to drive recklessly or dangerously. Market Street is an area where it's a street, and so you have to drive. Mm-hmm. And so drivers must be cautious. But if we are having a traffic congestion in the Bastia area, Mr. Jamdown, and one of the escape way is the Market Street area, are we saying that persons should not drive up to Market Street?
I'll get back to you on that. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
You're most welcome.
Good morning.
I agree very firmly with that first caller. The pedestrians got the first right to the road and not with the drivers, okay? So, Donnelly, please kindly correct that statement you're making. Anyway, if I move on. The road, as I know it in St. Kitts, is basically 2 lanes, standard and countrywide. I am asking a question. There are many people park a vehicle at night and go home and sleep until next morning. So it's the whole night on the road. Are they blocking the traffic?
You want me to answer now?
Hello?
You want me to answer you now?
I wish you can answer me now.
Yes.
You understand what I'm trying to say? I go home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, park my car on the road. I go to sleep all night. It's a 2-lane road. Am I blocking the traffic?
Mr. Caller, I think that you weren't listening when I started the conversation this morning. I said that we weren't blocking any roads. We would be on the ground, the moment on the ground when we see it fit to block areas. We are not totally blocking the streets. I would have said that in my...
No. I don't think you're understanding me. I'm not speaking in the context of what you said a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can you listen carefully? I go home at 5 o'clock this afternoon, park my car on the road, with a 2-lane road in stand by all over St. Kitts. Am I blocking the traffic?
Once you're not parking in a restricted area, it's fine.
No, I'm not speaking about a restricted area or anything. Okay? What I'm trying to get at is this. I parked my car just before you with the Democrat last week to drop something for somebody. Let me not say park. I stopped my car. The engine is running, and I'm waiting to give a lady an envelope. A police comes up to me, parked beside me, directly parallel. People are passing him still and going where they're going. And he's telling me I'm blocking the road. I said, sir, I only stopped to drop off something, and he's threatening me with a ticket. So what I'm trying to tell you, when people park the vehicle on the road and go sleep at night time, they occupy half of the road. And they're not blocking the road. It happened to me with a senior policeman by the bottling company, the widest part of the road. I stopped to answer my phone. He comes up, move, like he's speaking to a dog. I said, sir, I only stopped to answer my phone. Move. Okay? And these are the kind of things some policemen, have to stop and look at how they approach people on the road. My car is not stopped. I only put the car to answer the phone or to drop off an envelope. Another thing I want to talk Garvey very, very quickly about. Okay? You take Princess Street. Cars are parked on both sides of the road. And they're not constantly blocking the road. But if you park on Church Street, not Church Street, Foot is so much wider, they're saying you're blocking the road. cars parked on both sides of Princess Street, which is narrower than 4th Street, you know. And so some of your judgment need to be reviewed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. And you had a mouthful, and I will try my best to respond to you. Where the area we're talking about, Princess Street and 4th Street, that is an area that might have to be reviewed from the persons who are bigger than Donnelly. And when you spoke about the persons have to understand the true meaning of parking and stopping. If you're stopping the road and you're preventing the free flow of traffic, it's a ticketable offense. I cannot speak to the situation you're speaking about because I was not there. I am not understanding what you're saying properly. It's something that I would have to listen off air from you. My contact number is 6623-240 because I don't understand what you were saying. You said the officer came up, he parked next to you, you just stop. Where did you stop? Did you stop in the middle of the road? Did you stop on the side of the road? These are the questions that I would have to ask and I would have to find out before I can say anything toward that statement that you just made. I cannot judge you and I cannot judge the officer. You said the officer gave you a ticket. You can always speak to the superintendent in charge of traffic if you have an issue where tickets are concerned. If you feel in your mind that an officer gave you a ticket that you shouldn't have gotten, you can wait for the court date, go to the magistrate court, and you can have your matter be heard. Or you can speak to the superintendent of police who is in charge of traffic, Superintendent Trevor Mills, and you can have a conversation with him. If you feel in your mind that you were wrongfully ticketed, you spoke about, you said that you agreed with the caller who spoke about the pedestrians. Are you saying that if a pedestrian is walking in the street, you as a driver is going to hit that pedestrian, whether or not the pedestrian is on the side of the road or in the street? It's just a question.
All right, let's take this. Okay, next call. Good morning. You live.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I just heard the officer mention something that happened to me just last night. That people walking in the street and think they could just cross in front of the cars. Last night I driving down West Square Street. A guy and his girlfriend or whoever, car right next to them, they walk across and watching me bad. I tell the guy, boy, it's your responsibility to stop. There's no pedestrian crossing here or anything. The guy started abusing and offering to slap me. The guy slapped me off. I think I could just do as I like. He walked across the street in front of the car. So it's so coincidental that now the officer mentioned the same thing not long ago. And in relation to the guy who was just talking about he parked when he parked there, he didn't say whether he was out of the way properly or what. Because even in my street here, when we are parking, we bump the sidewall to give proper clearance to anything else passing. If you are on a narrow street, you must go as close as possible to the sidewalk. But he seemed to be giving half the story, and I thought the officer answered him quite adequately and right to the point.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for your call. 465-2555. Remember, this is our last program for the year. Last time we're going to be seeing Donnelly on camera in the studio until next year.
Colin,
Good morning, you're live.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning.
Good
My
morning.
name is Chuck.
Yes.
Donnelly,
yes.
I agree with everything what you said a while ago, but I didn't hear no consideration for persons with disabilities. Now, I keep speaking about this because you could leave home, and before you reach back home in the afternoon, you have a disability. Like in my case, I went to work the morning, and by 11 o'clock, I had a stroke. I couldn't move. For a whole year, I couldn't move. I just home in my bed, can't move. Now, I would like for you to consider persons with disabilities when you're dealing with your traffic thing. And one more thing. Now, there are a lot of signs all over the place where they have wheelchair signs and so, but nobody studied them. Now, I would like for the traffic to come up with some kind of sticker that you could give persons with wheelchairs so they could put in their cars, so that when they park in those areas that they could get free access, because sometimes it's very hard. Like, for instance, suppose you can't walk to start, or suppose you go there and somebody's parked there. Now we have to park. Then if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yes,
so I
I
would
do.
like for you to consider those things for me, please.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Caller number 4, good morning, and I agree with you 100%. Disability is something that none of us, we don't know where we're going to be, what is going to happen. And over and over we come to the program, we speak about it, and yet nothing is being done. Speaking about the sticker, as we sent about 2 weeks ago, I was speaking to my supervisor and I said, we really need to, maybe not, whatever it is, maybe not a sticker, even if it's not a sticker, is something for them to put in the car for real. And even if there isn't a sticker, even if there isn't a sign in your car, you as an officer has to use your discretion. If somebody said to you, officer, I am putting off this gentleman here, he can't walk, or you as the officer, the onus is on you to use your discretion, even if you have to stop the traffic in some instances, to give those disability persons the leeway.
Well, the assistance.
The assistance, so that they can get in and out of a vehicle properly without further injuries.
Right.
Now, when it comes to the wheelchair areas, there are areas in Bastia that have, you might say, a wheelchair sign, but still drivers and even pedestrians would not give way to these persons. And so, Mr. Chaps, as the gentleman would have called you, Chaps, we reach out to you and we appreciate the fact that you're calling on the program, and so we will try our best for 2021 to see how far we can get in making sure that the disability persons are being taken care of better than how they did for 2020.
All right. Let's take the next call. You're live, and good morning to you.
Good morning, Donnelly.
Good
Carol
morning.
here. How are you?
Good morning, Miss Williams. Good morning.
You're doing a very good job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, what I can see in the next year, if you're still around, let a senior officer come to assist you. You're taking on too much. Because
Thank you very
people
much.
don't understand your rank and where you fall in the chain. People think you're in charge of the traffic department.
That is true.
And you're doing your best and you're being ridiculed. So next year, 2021, let who in charge of the ladder come out and help you. Thank you very much.
Yes, you can respond. Sorry.
I want to thank that caller, caller number 5, Miss Carol Williams. I really want to thank her because I would not come in here and say, oh, I am not going to do that, or I can't do that because I'm not in charge. But Miss Williams understands that the position I'm in. Some persons don't understand the position I'm in. I am a senior constable in the department. I'm not in charge of the department. I have a lot of responsibilities, and I love my job. And so I try my best to make sure that everybody gets what they want. It don't happen all of the time, but I try my best to do what is right and fair to persons. And I thank Miss Williams, and I hope that the persons who should be listening are listening, that I need a senior person here with me, because some of the things that come at me need to be answered by a senior person, and so she's correct. So I hope that the persons are listening, and someone would come God Spare Our Lives 2021, that someone would come on here with me so as to make things easier for the department and for myself.
All right, let's take this next call. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Hey.
Good morning, I just reached.
Nice.
And good morning, my senior.
Good morning.
You supposed to got 3 marks on your shoulder by this time, you know. Maybe I'm here not comfortable. You're doing a great job. Your job is greater than a sergeant.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, season greetings until the Christmas come to you and all the police them.
Yeah, thank you very much, and you the same.
And even police trick you. And I have to commend a police in Tabernacle Police Station. Because yesterday, I see something down on the government main road. And it could have caused death by who were doing it and somebody is driving the car. And in no time, the police was there on the spot. And he made the people them who were doing that stop it. So I want to congratulate that police in Tabernacle, whoever he is, I don't know. But now, Donnelly, like how this is Christmas season,
The streets going to be more flocked with people buying and going about their business. Is there anything in place to look for these people in town, especially Bastille, who doing the foolishness with the handle of the bike up in the air? Because people exposed to get crashed with them there like how it happened over Bellevue just Sunday gone there. One of them pop wheeling going on Bellevue and running upon the driver's side of a vehicle over there. And somebody could have dead right there. So I'm asking the question, is any stepping up with the street patrol people them to where these people does go do the foolishness to capture them and make them stop it? Or summon them or take out the front wheel off the bike. Anyway, have a good day. Enjoy the season in New York.
All right,
You're
man.
cool on your veranda, okay? Okay then, bye.
No, the veranda, get it right.
I want to respond to caller number 3. You would have spoken about the persons who would have crossed in front of the vehicles. And that happens ever so often. Even as recent as yesterday, I have to get on my loud hailer and let persons know that even though you're a pedestrian, you still have to be mindful because it's not everybody is going to stop. So you too, the driver has a responsibility. The pedestrian themselves has a responsibility. So everybody has a responsibility when it comes to using the street.
Yeah.
It is not correct for anybody to just walk in front of a vehicle and say, oh, you have to wait for me because I'm a pedestrian. That is not right.
Yes.
And I would not stand here and make it seem like that is correct. Now, for caller number 6, we have spoken about the officer from Tabernacle, and I don't know what the situation was, but when you have persons come publicly and want to appreciate the police, you have to join in and appreciate the police as well. And so those persons from Tabernacle, whoever you are, I want to join with the caller this morning and say thank you and continue to do your job. Great. What the senior person that in the police, in the organization would have done is that they would have strengthened the traffic department for the entire Christmas season. We have gotten some extra manpower to boost up the traffic, and so you're going to be seeing us on the road because we are in full strength at this time.
Good.
And we have the traffic wardens who are out for school, those in the country and so on. They'll be coming in to do their job as well. So we want to thank the general public for always working along with the police. Everything is not going to go smooth the way we would want them to, but without your engagement, things would not be the way that they are at this time. Some of us would want to operate the way we want to operate, Mr. GQ, but that is life. We're just asking persons to respect yourself, respect others, and things would be in order. And I want to take this time from the traffic department, the licensing authority. We want to thank the persons who would have, over the years, would have joined in our program. We really appreciate you. And we will try our best for 2021 to see if we can make a difference. What we did not do in 2020 to do in 2021. Have yourself a good season and all the best for 2021.
Nice, man. Nice. And from us here at ZLIZ, all the best to you guys at Traffic.
Yes.
And to you personally, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And a bright and prosperous 2021.
Thank you very much, Mr. GQ. Have a good day.
You too. Hey, stay tuned. We have our 9 o'clock report coming up next. Compliments to Grange.
To make it an episode, how much more? You simply the best, better than all the rest.
Are you looking for a place that provides skilled nursing care